Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
EPICENTER 2017 is underway. Day 2 has started. We actually have 2 matches, both of the elimination matches done with, and now Astralis are at least into the next stage so far in the decider of Group B, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yes. So let's go back to day 1. Obviously, a very disappointing performance from you guys against G2, only being able to compete against the Frenchmen on the first map on Cash. So yeah, what do you think happened there, especially on Inferno, where it was super one-sided?
I think we just didn't show up. We had a really bad off day. We played really, I wouldn't say we played scared, but that's like kind of when we played Cash, when we got off to a good start, everything was rolling. Obviously, there was a lot of technical issues which affected my performance. Not that it's an excuse or anything, but I'm glad that they have fixed it all now. Apart from that, obviously, we just, on Cash, we just made some stupid decisions. There was some round we should have won, and we actually should have won the map, in my opinion. On Inferno, we just got slaughtered. Like, there's nothing to really say about Inferno. They just, we didn't take the duels, and then whenever we got into duels, it always in their favors. So they just outplayed us in Inferno, and I think we could have taken down Cash, but yeah, that happens.
So going into Liquid, I imagine you must have been ready for the Inferno pick towards the start.
Yeah, like we were always, we were discussing in a room whether they were going to pick Mirage or Inferno, but we came to the conclusion that they would probably pick Inferno since we had beaten North in a couple of matches online. Mm-hmm. And also the fact that I think they've lost a couple of matches on Mirage as well. So, yeah, we were kind of confident that we were going to pick Inferno because they've been playing it against us before. So, yeah.
So, do you think it was just maybe getting warmed up from yesterday a little bit that made you push over the edge, really?
I think we just showed up individually today. We made some better decisions. And Lucas and Sonic, they made their homework. They had I have a couple of hours before we went to the game today to study their opponent and like figure out a plan, and that's what really helped us. Like we knew when we were gonna win Inferno that they weren't that comfortable on trains, so we felt really confident going to that match at least. So overall, everyone just hit their shots, and the team play was there, and like communication was so much better. Like everything just was in a higher skill ceiling today, so that was better.
So speaking about train, like you said, they're usually not very comfortable on it, but obviously they were quite competitive against you guys, and there was even a point in the game where it looked like it was gonna maybe slip away from you when it was maybe 11-11, 12-11, something like that. So talk to me about the remaining rounds. What do you think decided it in the end?
I think we started off CT. We should have won the pits round first. We got off to a 5-on-3, and then they just killed us. Everyone coming out of connector whenever they got inside. So we should have won that one. I should have won the second round as well. I was in a 1-2, and I actually had the drop on Elish, but I think it was Elish. But yeah, we should have won that one as well. So we lost some unfortunate rounds in the beginning, in my opinion. Then obviously the first buy round we had stacked the outer in bomb side, and then they went inside. So I mean, like the first call rounds were just not in our favor. When we figured out how to play against them, like play up close and always be a little bit thorn on their side and make sure that they couldn't execute as well, and just make the aggressive information plays late in rounds. We just knew that they liked to go inside because that's where they got their rounds. So that's why we tend to stack a little bit more inside, because we knew that they were probably comfortable going there instead of going outside. But yeah, apart from that, just people hitting their shots and starting to figure out how to play their spot against their individual players. So yeah.
Now, this has been kind of an ongoing discussion about you guys, being able to show up individually. I know you as well have kind of admitted that might be an issue. Do you feel like you've kind of figured out what it is that makes you kind of fluctuate like that?
That's a hard thing. CS can be so random sometimes. Something can be really weird. Like one day you just hit all the shots, and the next game or the next day you just can't hit anything. I think everything comes down to being comfortable in your situations and feeling that you play well individually, obviously. But we can definitely feel like whenever we play bad individually, it also starts hurting our team play. So if people are making stupid decisions or start making stupid plays, that also influence our team play, and that's when we start to fail. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But I feel like whenever we get off to a good start and just, we talked a lot about today that the last couple of events we've actually got some pretty good starts, either getting the pistol rounds or being up like 7 or 9-2, and then we start dropping off, maybe because we start changing something. But we were just agreeing today that we're just gonna, no matter how we start, either it's bad or good, then we just like keep up the pressure and keep like being in their face and do what works instead of changing things or changing the plan. So that's what worked for us this time around. And obviously the individual level is more about how much people play and how well they feel in the certain maps and all stuff. But I think it's getting better. Like we're still a little bit inconsistent here and there, but it's definitely gotten better since the last couple of months.
Right. Now, going into the decider, like I said, North or G2 or the rematch against G2, I imagine you don't really have that much of a preference, even despite the loss at the start?
Well, I would like to have a Danish matchup that would be fun. We always seem to dodge North somehow in groups. At all events, like it seems like we always, even though we're in the same group, we always seem to dodge them. Apart from that, then I would like to get revenge against G2 as well. So I don't really care who I play. I kind of want to play both teams, so I don't really care who I face. Actually, I think G2 would be most comfortable and see if we can put up a better fight this time.
Well, what are your thoughts on North overall? Like you said, you haven't met her in a long time, especially definitely not in this in their lineup, current lineup. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Obviously, they've been looking a lot better recently.
Yeah, definitely. I think first of all, Config is playing super well right now, so he's a big factor for that team. If he shows up, they can be really scary. Apart from that, they have some really good individual players as well. That's kind of their thing, you know. They have some good players in Denmark as well, and obviously the addition of Valde is a good thing. He played super well in the beginning when he joined North. Now he's dropped off. I wouldn't say drop off, but he's not as good. You know, maybe he's got a little bit drilled into the team. Like in the beginning, everyone's so hyped about playing together with each other and stuff like that. But all of them are playing super stable. AC has had good tournaments so far as well, from what I've seen. So it's kind of like our own team that we have 4 individual players that can step up at any time, and that's what matters in some of those crucial games. Right. Apart from that, I think MSL is doing a good job in terms of in-game leading, and I think they fit together, like well together as a unit, and that's what actually matters, like team spirit and how the team functions. So I think they have found a really good roster. So, but I would like to play them soon so we can actually figure out who's the better one right now.
Right. No, yeah, it's actually you're number 3 and number 4, is that right? Or number 2 and number 4 now?
We're second and they're fourth, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been quite close at least recently. They actually, I think, overtook you in a week or in a couple of weeks, right?
When they won Montreal, I think it was like the DreamHack over in Montreal. So I think they took us over because we dropped out of group stage in New York. So yeah, we want to see. Well, like we just want to play good here. I don't really care how North does or performs, as long as we do better. That's all I care about.
All right. Thank you very much. Any last words, shout-outs, or anything you want?
Well, just a massive shout-out to all of our fans and everyone that's watching at home and all of our sponsors in Astralis. And I'm just happy that we get the opportunity to be here and play.
Okay. So that's our first interview from day 2 at EPICENTER. Of course, we're going to come back with more as the day progresses, so stay tuned.